guys, welcome back to the Independent Investor Channel. It's exciting times, no doubt about it. I'm going to drop you into the M1 Finance account. We're going to do a review of my aggressive portfolio. This is very intriguing to a lot of subscribers to the message. Honestly, this is a very small aspect of my total overall wealth. We've got about $6,700 in this account. Started this account with about a $5,000 bill. But I wanted to get some exposure to some higher growth that I did not want to own elsewhere. Furthermore, I wanted to leverage the power of M1 Finance to enter into 12 of what I feel like are the best growth companies out now. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to drop you into the M1 Finance account. We're going to do an aggressive portfolio review. All right, so this is the second of two accounts that I have with M1 Finance. This is an awesome account. This is a lot of fun, a lot of subscribers to the message and visitors to the Independent Investor Channel alike. They really enjoy this review. It really shows the depth and the breadth of my application in my investing strategy. This is the tip of the iceberg right here with regard to the level of aggressiveness in the portfolio. This is about as aggressive as I get. I built this account to take advantage and leverage some of the growth companies that I wanted exposure to. This really isn't all exhaustive. I could probably pick 12 more. There's a lot of good growth companies out there that I'm looking at. Chipotle kind of tops the list for fast casual dining and some other names as well. I really like Shopify as well. I want to look at Square a little bit deeper, but these are the 12 that I initially went with, and obviously very satisfied with the performance here. Market gain up over a $1,500 bill. For you guys that are new to the channel, you guys can sit back and enjoy this tutorial of M1 Finance. They are ever improving. This is about the third improvement to the desktop platform in M1. So for you guys that are unfamiliar with the platform, this will give you just a brief tutorial on the aesthetics and the layout of the platform. Very simple to use. Very appealing. I do use the mobile app on a daily basis, but when I am home, I typically jump on and use the desktop version for what you're seeing here. So just to kind of chronicle the performance, obviously we were trucking along fairly well here until the recent downturn over the last couple months really got clobbered. I think we ended up down at the low 4,000 mark. We've marched back nicely, as you guys can see. It's really been kind of a non-stop up to where we are now, and then this little blip of volatility here on the end of it. M1 Finance has backed up their trading window to align with the market open, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So that's kind of cool. That'll take effect on July 1. So kind of cool as M1 Finance is really trying to remain competitive, remain on the cutting edge, and provide optimal service for their account holders. This is one of two, like I mentioned. I couldn't be happier with M1 Finance as long as you're willing to use the platform for what I contend it is meant to be used for, and that is passive investing. If this platform is an account that you want to start and be trading in and out of stock in, it is the wrong account to use. However, if you are looking for a wealth building vehicle, if you're looking for an account that can passively grow wealth for you over time, if you're looking to invest in companies or ETFs over the long term, M1 Finance can really work wonderful for you. In this account, I used the partial shares to accumulate wealth using the partial shares in some of these larger cost equities. So you can see here, these are the 12 names that I've chosen. As I roll down, I'll try to get to the bottom so you can at least read the description a little bit. I kind of cut Amazon off there. That's fine. This portfolio aims to provide aggressive growth exposure from passive perspective and is aimed to invest in and hold long positions in companies I don't prefer to own in my other accounts and leverage the opportunity for partial shares and opportunity through M1 Finance. So I don't have this opportunity through Bank of America, Merrill. So I have accumulated a small share base in Amazon with 1 share in the brokerage. So when I do combine these accounts, this long position here will couple with the existing 1 share. Just looking to slowly establish a position in Amazon. Tesla, what can I say? I've never owned a stock that's been on fire as much as Tesla. Incredible, up 137%. If for new investors this is getting you excited about the prospects of the market, it should. Now, just like I talk about, don't ask your dollars to perform like this if you're looking to value invest your money. Don't ask your dollars to perform like this if you're looking for passive investing through ETFs. You want to have realistic expectations. And with risk comes reward. And these 12 stocks are indicative of about the highest level of risk that I want to take in my portfolio, okay? So that's why you get these higher than average returns. And I have held this account, I believe it was incepted somewhere back in March. Back in December of last year. So just going over 6 months in this account, so not too bad. Doing kind of a halfway mark check. Haven't even owned the account for a year and up quite nicely. You just can't argue with those results. We've earned 54 cents in dividend as well. But to continue on with the review, these are the 12. Google as well bought 2 shares in the brokerage account to supplement this, and then finally Facebook, we bought a 10-share block to supplement this partial position in M1 Finance. So I don't dollar cost average those larger blocks. However, I do dollar cost average this account, and it's always available for bulk funding, which I don't think I've done on this account. No, I haven't. I've stuck true to just a simple dollar cost average program of about $25 a month. I think that's what I do here, and that's fine. You don't have to grow wealth and get rich overnight. You can set yourself up for a nice dollar cost average program, and you'll be better for it. NVIDIA here in the chip space, this is the only spot that I own NVIDIA, up over 54%, just an absolute outperformer here. Can't complain with those results. Adobe Systems, which is probably the only value play, quite frankly. High multiple on this one. Thought it felt well in this, it coupled with the other value stocks. Really, there's some in here that really do have some underlying value. Facebook really comes to mind, as well as Google, as I really don't feel like those are overvalued at all. So Adobe Systems complements those holdings well. Netflix here, a little bit more aggressive, but just one of those industries that's on the front side of the wave, and they're really dominating the industry. I'm a product consumer as well in Netflix and believe in the company. Salesforce, just a nice performer here, up over 13%. Alibaba next on the list has done quite well. PayPal has just been on fire, up over 50%. So a lot of nice performers in this portfolio. And then Uber in industrials has lagged the group a little bit, and the only underperformer in the group here is Booking Holdings. So I really hope you enjoyed. The only underperformer in the group is Booking Holdings, actually, at down about 17%. That's actually one of my favorites in the group, actually. Just suffering through the last couple months of the pandemic. It will come back as their balance sheet and company earnings are off the charts. They're fabulous. They're just being hurt right now with the current climate. So I hope you enjoyed, guys, the review of the M1 Finance. This is the aggressive growth portfolio. Hopefully you got some value out of it. We'll kick you back to YouTube to conclude the video. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, so we've come out of the M1 Finance account. Really hope you appreciate a couple takeaways from these videos. For you guys that have never seen the M1 Finance platform, take it as a testimonial. This is a real account with real holdings that I disclosed to you during this video. Second, why do I use M1 Finance to enter into these companies? It would be very difficult to use my traditional broker that does not offer partial shares to enter into companies like Amazon, Tesla, Google, Facebook, and the like.
separately, buying whole shares. M1 Finance allows me to start with the companies that I want to invest in, and then allows me to take any amount of dollar and throw that at that portfolio, and M1 Finance does the rest. The magic of their technology is such that it'll spread that money out into partial shares, which is the majority of the takeaway of this message, is by utilizing the strategy that I am in M1 Finance, it allows me exposure to these great companies, but getting that exposure using some extreme scale really helps me control the exposure rate that I have to these companies and allows my money to really work for me, even if I do own fractional shares in a lot of these companies. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I want to make sure and hit that subscribe button for me and the notification bell. Leave your comments in the comments section, man. Let me know those good growth companies out there that I've missed during this video. Finally, you want to share this message with friends, family out there, anybody out there who's ever heard of the stock market but doesn't know a whole lot about it, man. Bring them onto the channel. We'll take care of them, get them motivated, start them on a wealth building path going forward. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into the video, and good luck in your investment future.